little short form. Okay, listen, guys, listen to me. Don't be afraid of a little bit of refinement. It's not going to make you less of a man. All right? Don't be afraid of looking at and enjoying a bit of art or learning and discovering some poetry. You have a soul, okay? And your soul is what interacts with the world around you. And you don't want that part of you to be dead. A man who goes through life and cannot enjoy the beauty that is in nature, the beauty that is in sculpture, the beauty that is in art, paintings, and the beauty that is in poetry and good writing and stuff, there's a part of him that's just dead. He's just dead. He's not a complete man. All right. So on this cool rainy day, if you'll let me, I'm just gonna read a little bit of short poem by Longfellow, and it's a short one. Don't worry. Okay. It's called "The Rainy Day," which is fitting. The day is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. The vine still clings to the moldering wall, but at every gust the dead leaves fall, and the day is dark and dreary. My life is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. My thoughts still cling to the moldering past, but the hopes of youth fall thick in the blast, and the days are dark and dreary. Be still, sad heart, and cease repining. Behind the clouds is the sun still shining. Thy fate is the common fate of all. Into each life some rain must fall. Some days must be dark and dreary. You know, as we go through, and I, people contact me all the time. We live in the past a lot of times. We live in the past without regrets. We live in the past with the regrets of what might have been, but is not. We live and life gets weary, and it seems rainy, and it seems dark and gray in the clouds, and that's all we see. And we just get depressed. There are so many self-confessed people on here who understand depression, and this video is not about depression, okay? But there's 10,000 definitions on here that people talk on here of what depression is and is not. But the point is, somebody is not happy. Now, it may be chemical, it may be whatever, okay? But people aren't, they get dreary, they get down, they get the blues, okay? I watched a movie as a kid called Crossroads. I remember that because there was a cool guitar battle in the end of it, but dude in there said the blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad. And we need days in real life, we need days where it's chilly and it's raining, and the things that we had planned to do, we can't do. And the things that we thought were going to happen today aren't going to happen. And but we need the rain. Here in northern Wyoming this year, I think we've had probably close to 500,000 acres of grassland have burned up because it's been so dry. Now the dry means sunshiny, warm, sunshiny days. But if you have, whether in your life or in reality or in daily, in nature, if you have just non-stop sunshine, you wind up with a desert, and you wind up, your life is a desert, and everything gets burned up. And into every life, a little rain must fall. And you need those chilly days. And what is the advantage that we get out here today with the rain falling and it's chilly? Now some people out there, they're working, they got to work regardless, okay? Fortunately, where we're at, we don't, because we can't. And because of safety, the horses, the mud, all that stuff, okay? We're not riding, we don't have access to what a lot of other people have. So what is the benefit that comes from this? Well, the benefit is the students get the time to go see history and museums and stuff that they otherwise might not have had time to see. I get to sit in here and fire up a little bit of fire in the wood stove, which I dearly love, read some good poetry, which I love, have some coffee, which I love, have a really calm, uninterrupted cigar, which I love. And if you just take the time to realize it, when the rain comes in your life, a lot of times it provides opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have. And so you need the rain. And I'm not just talking about we need the rain on these grasslands out here, but sometimes you need the rain in your life. And it's how you look at it, and it's how you approach it, and it's what you do with it. When that rain comes in your life, when those bad times come. My dad said years ago, he said, look, and he was talking about we were in a church, and that church had a blow up like it did, you know, like churches do. And Dad was like, you know, sometimes a tree needs a big windstorm to come through to blow out all the dead branches. And sometimes in your life, you don't realize you've got so many dead branches, and you've got so much, and it takes a storm and it takes the rain in your life for you to be forced to stop and realize that things are amiss. And so don't be, and as we get older, he talks about in here, repining, cease repining. We think about the past as we get older. As we get older and the present seems dreary, we turn around and we remember the past and how that used to be. Well, I have discovered that memory can be selective, okay? Some people remember only the good and they forget the bad. But there's some people who only remember the bad and they selectively forget the good, okay? So if you're sitting around and you're looking at the dark skies in your life and the cold rain that's falling and the wind that's blowing, and you are repining over what things used to be, just adjust your perspective, okay? And take this time in your life to, this storm that's in your life, to blow some dead branches out of your tree. To take the time to sit down by the fire and contemplate. Because there's not much else you can do at certain points, okay? So anyhow, just a little bit of encouragement this morning, and I'm just going to sit here, and I'm going to continue to read, and I'm going to continue to enjoy this fire, continue to drink coffee, continue to have cigars and pipes today, and I'm going to enjoy the rain that must fall. All right? And I hope you have a day that is relaxed and enjoyable in the midst of the storm that I intend to have. Okay? All right. I wish you guys all the best, and we'll talk to you later.